How we doing, YouTube? This is Silverback here, and today I'm doing a budget deck. I'm going to play 5 games on Arena and see how we do. You can put this deck together for under $40 on TCG player pricing. That's not including lands, but the only lands of note we're using is 1 copy of Castle Vantress. Other than that, we're using 8 basic islands, 8 basic swamps, 4 dismal backwaters, which are dirt cheap, and 2 evolving wilds, which are dirt cheap. So the land base is dirt cheap. It's nothing special. Obviously, if you want to do upgrades, start with the lands first. Get Watery Graves, Temple of Deceits, and Fabled Passages. But going into the deck, I'll go over the cards real fast, and we'll do 5 games and see what our win-loss record looks like. We have 4 Vampire of the Dire Moon. It's a lifelink Death Toucher for 1 mana, 1/1 body. It's there as a mutate target. Lifelink and Death Touch is great. We got 4 copies of Stonecoil Serpent. It's just as big as you can make it. The reach is great. The protection from multicolored is great. We have 3 Lazotep Plating to give everything hexproof. 4 copies of Baby Godzilla so that we can loot anytime we mutate. 2 copies of Teferi's Time Twist to get everything back if it looks like we're going to lose it. 3 copies of Tyrant Scorn as removal and to protect our stuff. Sea Dasher Octopus for card draw. Satiable Hemiphage as a finisher. Dirgebat as removal. Dreamtail Heron for card draw. And Pouncing Shore Sharks for tempo. So it's a pretty basic mutate deck, but I think it's cheap enough and it's competitive enough to be sort of fun for FNMs and for Arena while you're building up your wild cards. So let's see how it does. Alright, so we got our first game here against Jam. So, in full disclosure, in this video, I'm just going to play 5 games in a row and post them, whether I lose all 5 or win all 5. There are some videos where I only show winning games, and that's because I want to show you how the deck works and how it goes off. But in this video, win and lose or draw, I'm posting the first 5 games I play. So, and this is a deck I've been working on for quite a while. I was actually doing this before the Dimir Flash deck. This was the deck I was working on and trying to perfect, and it kind of grew into Dimir Flash, to be honest. But this is the last version of it I had. It's probably about 3 or 4 weeks since I've played it, but we'll see how it does here. I did have a lot of fun with it, and I still am. It looks like we're playing, well, that's a Triome, so I was going to say is it, but I guess that's no longer correct. We got a Stonecoil down. That's a great target for mutating onto, excuse me, because a 3/3 becomes a 4/4 and so forth. Opt for our opponent, so it might be as it spells. We go ahead, ping him for 1. Insatiable Hemiphage is an underrated mutate card, I think. It's great to get on a creature, mutate several times. You get 2 of them on there, and you can really close the game out with just a Hemiphage. He's eyeballing our Hemiphage pretty good. Does he have a Lava Coil? Oh, I was going to say Lava Coil would be devastating. So we'll go ahead and try to get in again. Opponent down to 8 already. And really, we'll just hold our mana up. If we have to Shore Shark, we can do that. If we have to Teferi Time Twist, we can do that. Little explanation about the Time Twist. Oh. Well, here you could see it in action. Alright. So you put it on your creature. Everything on the stack gets exiled, and then everything returns separately. So if you have a stack of 3, 4, 5 mutated creatures, you can see there they come with a 1/1 counter on them too. If you have a large stack of creatures, they come back and You know what? I could have closed the game out there. Shit. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. No matter what I do, everything will die. Okay, that was a misplay. If we lose, I misplayed that one. But we'll get a big old stone coil serpent out. And I lost my train of thought on top of it. Callous dismissal. That's not so bad. We'll just replay it. Cathartic reunion. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Teferi Time Twist is a neat trick. It's kind of in the same vein as Kaya's Ghost Form, but I like the Time Twist just a little bit better because they don't see it coming. Where the Ghost Form, they can plan ahead of time and make sure that they can do what's most beneficial to them. So opponent opts again. I think we should have won already. I really misplayed there. And now he probably has a shock to finish off. Right, another Fire Prophecy, okay. Oh man, it's gonna suck if I lose here. Well, we can Vampire and we'll hold up a Shore Shark. Our opponent, I'm not sure what he's on. Spells of some sort, I guess. Draws 2 more. Draws 3. This must have been, is it Phoenix? Did he bin any Phoenixes? No. That's a weird deck. So we'll just finish him off here. And he scoops on to the next one. Okay, we got a little lucky in the last one after I missed lethal. Luckily we were pretty far ahead, but now we're going against Zhao. And again, this budget mana will come into play here. Hopefully we can just naturally draw another land. But being on the play is nice. We have lots of mutate targets. And some protection and removal, so hopefully we draw some Sea Dashers or Pouncing Shore Sharks. Okay, opponent decides to keep, so we're gonna hope to draw into maybe a blue source here. I mean, if not, we can Evolving Wilds and play down. Oh, we're playing mono red. And we don't draw the land, so that's a little rough. Grim Initiate. Get an island here. And we'll throw a Stone Coil down once bigger. Grim Initiate, this has to be maybe the Cavalcade version of red. And another Initiate. So we'll double block here if he attacks. No, he holds back. Okay. We do draw another land. We could get down a big old Stone Coil. But I think we'll... Opponent wants to remove a Vampire. I think, well, Lazotep Plating, so that's what this is here for. I guess I'll show it off now. And our opponent says nice. That's there to kind of protect our stuff, especially when we've been mutating. We'll just get rid of the Spitfire here. Yeah, when we've been mutating a lot, we don't want to lose our whole stack to a mutate spell, so Lazotep Plating will keep that from happening. We need another black here. There's a Cavalcade. And another Cavalcade, okay. And still no attacks. Wow. So we need to go ahead and get rid of the first strikers here. So that'll get rid of 1. It's still ping for 4 on attacks, but Stone Coil should make him think twice about that. I think he should have been a little more aggressive, I think, in the start. with his attacks. Land for our opponent. Swings in for 1. Stone Coil. We'll just trade the tokens here. I don't want there to be any tricks. Which I guess he could just shock the Stone Coil. And he gets... Okay, so... we lose the Stone Coil anyway. But really, that's fine. There's a Sea Dasher, so let's see if we can get him. Okay, so... we lured him in there. We'll still have a 1-1, but... at least it won't be a first striker. Nice again. He's really a fan of our work. So there's a big old Bone Crusher. And a 10 Street Dodger. That's a little rough. So he'll ping us for 4 again. But we need to get his 1/1s off the board. Yeah, because we can't keep him around if we can help it. Okay, so there's a tapped black source. That budget mana's hurting us now. And I think we need to get Bone Crusher off. If not, we'll draw a card, but yeah, I don't mind getting rid of the Bone Crusher here. You guys might think that's a little silly, but I really don't want that to stick around, and the life gain wasn't bad. So we get pinged for 3 here, nothing we can do. We'll play down Godzilla. Yeah, we'll play down Godzilla. And if we have to, we'll flash in Dirge Bat. But if we can hold out, I'd like to make a 1/1 Dwarf token. Okay. Yeah, this is straight up Cavalcade. So there should be no reason as of yet to hardcast Dirge Bat. So we'll just hold out and mutate it down to 13. Okay. Another Dismal. Well, that's fine. We can discard that. So get another. Opponent's a big fan of what we're doing. We'll take the life gain over the Evolving Wild. We'll go over. And let's get rid of 10 Street Dodger. And then we're gonna stay defensive, because if he wants to swing his last 1/1 in. Wow, he's flooding out. He must have another land in hand. Well, that's not great, but we'll put it down. And we'll start knocking our opponent down here. Another land. Wow. So we'll pay 1. Go ahead and mutate. Get rid of his last creature. Land. Dreamtail would have been nice, but what can you do? So we'll gain some life here. We'll destroy his last creature. Go ahead and sock him and get him down to 11. I think we've gotten over the hill here. 10 Street. It's fine. And yep. That'll pretty much do it. That's game. So, good game, opponent, and we'll move on to the next one. Beating Mono Red here. Very nice. Alright, so 2-0 so far as we face Bale 1995. Budget mana. We'll keep it, though. We'll go ahead and get our black source. And then, depending what our opponent's doing, we could either do a 2/2 Stone Coil or get down Baby Godzilla. Gilded Goose. So this could be Ramp. This could be Jund Sacrifice. Either way, I think the card draw will be better in this matchup. Triome. Well, we didn't draw untapped land. We could. Hemiphage. See, we'll get our other black source, I'm thinking. Then we can cast Dirge Bat if we get it. And then I guess we'll mutate a Hemiphage and get in for 3. We'll get rid of the vampire here. We got enough targets. Take him down to 17. And we'll go ahead and get in. I doubt he'll block here. That's fine. So what you got, opponent? Gilded Goose. He could Uro here. Another Triome. Okay. Well, we could run away with this if our opponent just keeps sitting on his lands here. Well, let's get some more card draw going, I think. It never hurts. We can make him evasive and Lofty Denial. That's different. Okay. So, again, we don't need the vampire. We got plenty of targets. Rather have the Stone Coil at this point. Draw another land. We could get down a Stone Coil for 2. And that would still leave open Lazotep or the Shore Shark. So that's plenty fine. And go ahead and get in for another 3, I suppose. Our opponent looks over our stuff. I guess he could block if he's trying to hold out, but he might have... So he cast a Shark Typhoon for 3. That's fine. We'll just bounce it. We'll gain some life. And another Dream Tail's pretty good. I'm not really worried about removal anymore. Though maybe I should be, but... Alright, and we'll get in... So, assuming nothing happened... Oh, he scoops. Alright. 3-0. Pretty impressive. So, I'm really glad as we play Hornet in game number 4. 3-0 start I really wasn't expecting, especially with the budget mana. Let's see if we can go 4-0. That would be pretty neat for a sub $40 deck. So what we played like a spell deck, a mono red deck. I don't know what to call the last one, a control deck. Now it looks like we're playing mono green, so let's see if we can out aggro one of the top aggro decks. I think we'll go ahead and get down a Stone Coil. Let's make our opponent think twice of attacking with his 1/1s. Vampire the Dire Moon's underrated, I think, because it can hold things at bay, and doesn't matter how big your opponent's creature is. If it's not evasive, they're going to think twice about it. They don't want to lose their good stuff to a 1/1. And if they do attack in, when you have a 1/1 Death Toucher out, you should really think about what tricks they have up their sleeve. So I think we're going to see the Lovestruck Beast come out here. Unless he has something else. So he plays a Stone Coil of his own. Okay. Dream Tail is decent. Okay, another Vampire could hold him at bay. I really don't see them wanting to get in with us right now. Another Pelt Collector. So he plays Pelt Collector. He's getting a good board down. I'll give him that. Again, we could knock out the Pelt Collectors here. And he passes. Okay. We missed a land drop. We really would have liked to get that land. Maybe get some card draw going. Get our stone coil to grow. But we'll just, we'll hold up the Lazotep here. We could have got down to 3/3 stone coil. But I think we're at a stalemate no matter what we do here. Primal Might. Well, this is why we have the Lazotep again. To keep from losing our stuff. So it goes away at the end of the turn. So we'll get rid of our token. And then it becomes a 1/1 again. Oh, perfect. So we can Shore Shark here. I think we're going to wait for our opponent's turn, see what he does. We can do Shore Shark at instant speed, so if he's... Okay, perfect. So we'll get rid of his Serpent here. And we'll have a nice 6/5 threat. And we could even give it Flight next turn, so we're looking pretty good. Pelt Collectors get bigger. If we can hold out just a little bit longer... Oh, opponent scoops, alright. 4-0, wow. Alright, let's see if we can finish strong. Again, this deck is pretty good, and this is a pretty good hand too. This deck is pretty good. I don't know that you'll go 5-0 if you build it yourself, but for $40, it's pretty competitive. As our opponent plays Ginger Brute, so what would you call this? Maybe it's the Luris is the companion. Maybe this is old school enchantments. Either, okay, mono white. There's a Healer's Hawk. An Seed of Life's Bounty. So, no attacks for the opponent. Let's see if we can... Okay, so we got him in a situation where he's going to lose his Ginger Brute. Which is fine. That'll help us if he plays out the... What is it? All That Glitters, I believe. Okay. This might be a tough matchup for us. We need to get Stone Coil down. Next turn we can get him down for 3. Daxos. He's running out of cards pretty quick. Dismal Backwater. Could go for Life Game. I think we'll get Stone Coil down for 3. Then we have a blocker for Healer's Hawk. If he doesn't have any more enchantments in hand... Of course, he can't get protection to colorless. So, let's hope he's going to just put Luris in his hand. We can keep him at home. Was Angelic Gift. Wow. So he's kind of spreading his enchantments out here. Then he plays a Glaring Aegis and taps down the Serpent. Okay, this might be, he's out of cards completely. We could play out the Dirge Bat, but I think our best bet is to save that. I don't think there's any reason to keep Stone Coil colorless at this point. I'd like to have the Death Touch and Trample together. If you don't know... That's one secret about this deck, is if a creature has Death Touch and Trample in one, should we try to bait him in here? I don't want to get blown out. He'd get protection. Yeah, we better just stay at home, I guess. That's a tough call. But if you don't know, if your creature has... So now we can't even chump block. if your creature has, well, we might catch him with his pants down here. He can't give protection to anything. But how would we... Oh, we draw another land. That ain't gonna do it. I guess we could use the scry. Let's see if he's willing to give something up here. I was really hoping for a block. Well, if we have to flash in Dirgebat, we will. But let's see. If he does another enchantment... that'll take us down to 5, so... Well... Alright, I guess well, before the game's over, I better complete my thought. So, yeah, Death Touch and Trample, you only deal 1 to each creature blocking, and the rest tramples over to your opponent. So if you're in a situation where you have an insatiable Hemophage, well, now we got Dirgebat mana. He's going to give protection, so he'll recast it, but we might as well just get rid of the Elseed of Life's Bounty and get the life gain. Okay, opponent will gain a life. Let's see if we can draw a card here. And we gain 2 more life. Stone Coil's not a bad draw. I don't know how relevant the Time Twist will be. It might be nice to just get a bunch of bodies on the battlefield. So let's see, that's 4. Okay, that's 5. Is that the one that makes his defense? Gives protection to black. Oh, good. Okay. Evolving Wilds ain't gonna do it. We could use the life gain. Well, it can't give protection to anything, so let's get in and draw our card. And no, okay, he's willing to get rid of Daxos here. I guess the Time Twist will come in handy. We'll go ahead and I think we left ourselves in a situation where we need blockers. So we'll gain our life. We'll Time Twist. We'll get back 3 blockers. One of which is colorless, so we could chump block with the Serpent. He can't get protection from it. I think that's our best bet for staying alive this turn, unless he taps it down somehow. There's Elseed of Life's Bounty. Again, you can't get protection to colorless here. The Death Toucher can no longer block. So plus 1, 2, 6. Okay. I don't know why you would do that. It's an interesting thing to do. Oh, he screwed himself. Yeah, now he can't get protection when he needs it. So we can blow up the Healer's Hawk. And then draw a card even. Wow, huge misplay by our opponent. I don't know why he did that. I wasn't going to block with Dirgebat no matter what. Maybe he didn't understand how the Time Twist worked. Maybe he thought they all still had Death Touch. I don't know. Oh, wow, that's a draw. So I could Shore Shark and then blow up Luris. So we better do that before he gives protection to something again. That'll make it a 5/4. We might be able to lock it up here. Opponent has nothing, 1 card in hand. it don't matter what we grab here. Island, sure. And we can even Serpent for 1, so... Alright. Wow. We might go 5-0 with a sub $40 deck. Ginger Brute's fine. We'll have card draw on our next turn. He pulls an LC of Life's Bounty. Okay. 2 damage. 2 damage ain't a big deal. We'll let it through for now. So I might need to block it later. I wanted to scry before turn, but whatever. Okay. So we'll get in for 5. Draw a card. That's a pretty good draw. But it's flash speed, so there's no reason to do it now. We'll let our opponent... Ooh, rough. That's rough. If our opponent does something silly, like give protection... Oh, shit. I forgot that Ginger Brute has abilities. Huh. Well, again, we can take 2 here. I guess we'll go ahead. We do this, we gain a life. We get rid of the LC of Life's Bounty. Because he doesn't have Aluris anymore to get it back. He'll sack it in response, which is fine. It just makes him use another mana, so he can't make a token. Yeah, so we gain a life, so we'll only go down to 4. And if we draw any Mutator, it's over here. Well, now we can scry before the draw, so... Okay. Oh, those are fine. That should be enough to finish it right there. So we'll draw the card. We'll put it on whichever stack. It don't really matter. And that should do it. That should be the game here. So we'll blow up Ginger Brute. We'll gain 2 more life. Go back up to 6. We'll get in for 10. Take our opponent down to 5. I think we did it, guys. 5-0 on a sub $40 deck. We didn't really play the deck. Maybe Godzilla's would have been nice earlier, but it's fine now. Yeah, for a yeah, that's game 5-0 for a $40 deck. I hope you guys appreciate the video here in the deck. Again, it doesn't win all the time, but let's head to the wrap-up. So we went 5-0 with our Dimir Budget Mutate deck. Something I really didn't anticipate doing with this deck. I don't know if it's as good as the video shows. I wanted to see how we did against Bant Ramp or Temur Reclamation, you know, the big decks. But it did pretty good in my opinion. I was pretty pleased with it back when I was using it as my primary deck. I didn't have the budget land base then. I was using Watery Graves and stuff. But I thought this would be a good budget deck. I think, you know, if you have $50, go to TCG Player. I say 50. It's under 40 for all the cards, but I'm not sure with shipping. You know, it's definitely under 50. It probably still would be right around $40 with shipping. Or even if you had to get the lands, it'd be right around 50. But yeah, it's a good deck. It's a solid deck. You know, the inclusion of the Lazotep plating and the Teferi Time Twist just gives you protection, because you can get blown out easily when you're mutating onto one creature over and over. All your opponent has to do is remove that one creature, and you're screwed. So that's why we run main deck plating, time twist, and even to a lesser extent, Tyrant Scorn. It doesn't work on Stonecoil Serpent, but you can return your own creature to your hand if it's being targeted, and just start the whole mutation loop over again. So keep that in mind too, and it's a great targeted removal. Again, creature three or less that takes care of Uro. But it's a pretty fun deck. Give it a try if you want something to take to FNM and paper. It's great for the rares on Arena. There's quite a few rares here, to be honest. Maybe not so budget on Arena, but in paper, it's very budget. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll try to do some more content and have something up this weekend for you guys to watch. It'll probably be Dimir Flash related because that's my baby, but other than that, thanks a lot. Make sure you make sure you leave some comments, do some interacting on the video if you don't mind, especially if you made it this far. Give me a subscribe if you think it's worth anything. Let me know what I could do to improve. I'm still new to YouTube, and other than that, I'll stop rambling. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Later.